Good evening, everybody. This is Karen once again from Holy Fit Training. I'm out here once again at the high school track just to demonstrate a couple of exercises for you, which these are actually more so to demonstrate the proper form for some of your basic exercises. From these different ones, there are a lot of other modifications and things that you can use to make longer workouts. But you have to make sure that you have the basics down before you go into the other ones. Otherwise, you run the risk of injury or just not getting the proper exercise. So some of the ones that we're going to go through today are your planks. We're going to do push-ups. I'm going to show you proper form for squats and for leg raises. So I have some of my crew with me right here, so we're going to go ahead and demonstrate the proper form for a plank. Some of the things that you need to focus on mainly is that when you're in proper plank position, you have your butt down so that you're not piked up in the air, because this is a core exercise. You should be strong and straight from your shoulder right through your heels. You also need to have your head up. If you actually look down and look up, you can feel the difference in where the form is and where the tension is. Now, the plank is one of those basic exercises where you can do a lot of other types of exercises from it. One of those is the mountain climber. That's bringing your knee, driving it up underneath your chest. The key to that is also keeping your butt down. And as Amy is showing you, you can also do a crossbody mountain climber, which really hits the obliques. When you're holding that proper form, you will feel that all through your abdominal region. One of the other types of exercise that you can do coming from a plank position is a Spartan push-up. It's a Spartan twist. Just turn your body all the way to the side. That is working your core. That is also working your oblique muscles there. Get your legs in there as well. You're also trying to work those legs and as well as your core. Another one of the exercises that you can do is actually a walkout, where you walk your hands all the way back to your feet, stand up, come back down, and walk all the way out again. Do that, stand all the way up, kind of like a standing sit-up. All right. Now, coming after the plank, we're going to do a push-up. The key to doing your push-ups is to actually use your elbows in this. You want to make sure that for the traditional push-up, whether you're on your knees or whether you're on your hand or on your toes, that your hands, your shoulder, elbow, and hands are all stacked, so that you are not leaning too far out or leaning too far forward. You need to make sure that your hips stay forward and that you're actually taking yourself all the way down to the ground and back up. Use your elbows. You can modify this in different ways. If you have to be on your knees to do a push-up, make sure you drop the hips forward. Excellent. But it's the same concept. Now you can also change your grip with your hand. You can be close grip, which will hit your chest a little bit harder and your shoulders, or you can be wide grip, which actually works a little bit harder on the back. All right. Thanks, Vic. Okay, now moving from that, one of my favorite exercises, one of your basic exercises that you find in a lot of different workouts are your squats. But you also have a lot of potential for risk of injury when you're doing squats if you do them improperly. Some of the key factors in when you're doing proper squats is to make sure you have your back up and to make sure that your knees do not go over your toes. If your knees go over your toes, you're putting all of your weight right on your kneecap, and because it has to stop your motion and then reverse it. When you're doing a squat, the proper form is to actually sit back into it and squat down and come back up. What Nick is showing is actually a prisoner squat, which actually does a great job of working your core. You have to engage your core more when you're doing a squat like that. You make sure your knees do not go over your toes, and you push out of your heels. Anytime you're doing a type of exercise like this, your lunges, your squats, things of that nature, you want to make sure that you're pushing out of your heels. That's how you transfer the work straight into the glutes. And that's the main part of what you're working. You will definitely, as you get more reps in, start feeling this in your quads, but this is mainly a glute exercise. It's excellent for developing your glutes, which for most people, that's their powerhouse. It's your largest muscle group. There's a lot of strength involved here, and that's why this is such a versatile exercise. There are countless types of squats that you can do. Jump squats, sumo squats, narrow stance, wide stance, and you can switch them up, and you can actually create a whole workout just through this on one of your leg days. All right, now I know most people are very interested in making sure that they're working their core and getting their abs. So another one of the exercises that I like to do, I don't do a lot of sit-ups or crunches just because that can be very damaging for your back. So instead what I've done is something I modified from physical therapy, and I'm sure you've seen this before. They're simple leg raises. It tends to work your lower abdominal region more. It's another one that you can modify to suit you. However, you want to make sure that you're staying in the proper range for it. Otherwise, you tend to take off the tension and therefore minimize the work that you're actually doing. So for the leg raises, it actually is laying down on your back. You can actually have your hands either underneath your lower back if you need that support, or you can have them out to your sides. It's your choice. And then you just simply bring your feet up, bring your legs up, and you take them back down only to about 6 inches off the ground. You don't want to come all the way up, nor do you want to go all the way down. This is how you keep the tension on. Now with these exercises, you can do this for time, you can do this for a certain number of reps, but it's up to you how you want to make it a part of your workout. All of these exercises that we've done, you can incorporate different modifications. Like with this one, you can actually take your legs over to the sides a little bit and work those obliques again. You can take them in a circle, just different ways, and all of that is hitting your core and your ab region. Good job, guys. So you can actually take just these simple exercises that we did today. You can take all of them. You can decide whether you want to do it for time or whether you want to do it for reps, and make them into a full workout just from what you saw there. Use the modifications that you have. You don't have to have any equipment, as you can see, and you can make it as intense as you need it to be. Push yourself, but pace yourself. Once again, my name is Karen from Holy Fit Training. Feel free to contact me. My number is 404-435-9518, and you can find me on Facebook at Holy Fit Training, and you can find me online at holyfit.training.